Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. The National Gender Policy for Fiji is a long-term policy, like any other policy. It was formulated and launched on March 5th of 2014, reaching its fourth year anniversary next month. The policy basically, for the first time, brought together the various obligations that we had as a nation, that we have as a nation, as a signatory to the Convention on the Elimination of Discrimination Against Women. And it also put in place basically a more focused route on how we as a government and as a nation should address the issue of gender equality and the empowerment of women. Following the launch in 2014, and with the help of a gender advisor, which was funded by the Australian government, we put together a draft implementation plan. It will be finalized shortly, Honourable Speaker, but that didn't stop us as a ministry to start implementing certain aspects of this national policy. We would know as a parliament, as a nation, various initiatives that are being undertaken by the ministry in relation to gender equality and the empowerment of women. One of the critical ones that we still battle every day as a nation is in relation to gender-based violence, and there's a lot of work ongoing in that regards. There's a lot of training also with parliamentary members, the thinking being that if we are to battle this, it has to start at the highest echelons of leadership in this country. And it's a multi-stakeholder approach as well, multi-pronged. We work with non-government organizations, with faith-based organizations, and also with community leaders in relation to that particular issue. Apart from that, Honourable Speaker, there's various initiatives in relation to the economic empowerment of women. One of the popular efforts in this regards, which was launched by the former Speaker of Parliament, the Honourable Dr. Chikuluveni, the Women's Expo, the National Women's Expo, which women all over the country look forward to. That is one of the strongest platforms for economic development for women living particularly in rural areas. Marketing still is a challenge that we are working with at the moment, we are grappling with, and I'm happy to note that there's a lot of support from UN Women, from non-government organizations, and from faith-based organizations in these regards, assisting us as a ministry to look at ways in which we can further enhance the capacities of women living in rural areas and those in maritime areas to market the products that they produce. In a nutshell, Honourable Speaker, those are the main highlights of the National Gender Policy. There's a lot more in it. It's available on the Ministry of Information website, and I invite honourable members to have a look at that and see how we can individually, and as a parliament, how we can work together to enhance the efforts of government and of our nation in empowering women living in Fiji. Thank you, Honourable Speaker.